and yay, look at me. Let me fucking fly an air.
Stone vet, stone vet, stone vet, stone vet, stone vet, stone vet. The stone vet, the stone vet, the stone vet, the stone vet, the stone vet. I hit the ground running when I'm invading your country. And still with honor and discipline. Throw my guns like onyx. Dressed in camo with ammo for every situation I handle. They got us marching and stepping by my platoon. You get trampled if it ain't raining.
What's up, guys? Star G here from the Stone Vet USMC. It's Thursday, guys. I'm super excited to be here with you guys today, man. You guys won't guess what I found, guys. You guys won't believe it. Not only do you get the Stone Vet, but you get the Stone Sailor, guys. This is absolutely phenomenal. I couldn't believe it, dude. When somebody tagged me, they tagged me in a post on Instagram. I have an Instagram. I'm not a big fan of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big fan of it, but I have an Instagram, you know? And one of the things is that somebody tagged me in a post and said, hey, check this guy out, the Stone Sailor. I was like, oh, shit, the Stone Sailor and the Stone fucking Marine. I'm super excited to be here with you guys, man. Like I tell you guys, it's because of you, right? You see this? Was it over here? You guys see that, right? What's up, Frank? How you doing? What's going on, Wade? Cheech and Chong and vibes. You see that, guys? Top Marine Corps podcast winner, right? It's because of you guys that I was able to win this award back in 2021 during COVID, right? You guys see that beautiful gold warhammer? It's because of you that I'm able to win this, right? It's like I tell you guys, man, this is your podcast. This isn't my podcast. This is your podcast. I'm doing this for you, so you guys feel like you got something, right? That you're getting something. Like, who can relate, right? Who can relate to me, right? Why not a bunch of Stone fucking vets there, right? That's what we're doing, is breaking the stigma on a daily basis, man. Super excited, man. Like I tell you guys, don't forget to go over to chronicpalooza.com. I am currently up for one of the top podcasts, stoned podcasts out there. I'm competing with 4 other people, and guess what? They aren't bringing you the content that I'm bringing you. I'm bringing you some phenomenal content on a weekly basis. You guys get me on Wednesday with Veteran Trash Talk. You guys get me here at Vet Radio Syndicate live every Thursday. And I got new episodes dropping every Friday of amazing veterans doing amazing things in the veteran community, man. Huge shout out to my sponsor, Rafa 180. Like I tell you guys every episode, Rafa 180 provides you the best medicinal grade CBD on the market. Hands down, guys. One of the biggest things we suck at getting is sleep. We suck at getting sleep. We average between 2 to 4 hours of sleep, right? If you ain't smoking no weed, or you can't smoke any weed, or get that gut indica blend in you, get you some amazing CBN that can help you turn off your mind. What's great about it is that it's not like a sleep aid, like an Ambien. It will actually help you just turn off your brain so you're able to go to sleep. And when you wake up, you're tired because you just didn't get enough sleep, man. So go over to Rafa180.com. That's Romeo Alpha Papa Hotel Alpha 180.com to get all your medicinal grade CBD needs. Go check that out. And when you check out the Stone Vet USMC, you see that green banner down at the bottom? Check out the Stone Vet USMC. Get 15% off your entire purchase. Spend $85 or more, you get free priority shipping to your front door, man. I'm super excited, dude. It's been hectic. We're trying to do a show. I'm trying to do a show with the Stone Sailor here, but he's a sailor and he can't figure out technology. So I was able to bring him on the live, man. What's going on, Rob? How you doing, man?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me on your show. And it was so awesome because the fact when you tagged me, I'm like, there's somebody else out there like me that's got this kind of thing going on. Another veteran, cannabis saved his life. And I'm like, I'm not alone. I got somebody else. So I really appreciate you having me on, man. And I'm looking forward to a wonderful relationship going forward. And yes, I had some technical difficulties earlier, but I'll make up for that tomorrow. Remember, I was a canine handler. I walked dogs and shot guns all day. That's not a job, it's a hobby. And I didn't mess with computers. That's for pogues. You know, those pogues, they don't go out in the field. They stay behind in the rear with the gear, and they're ordering your supplies and stuff. So I wasn't a pogue. I was actually a sand sailor. I was out there, boots on the ground, looking for bombs, IEDs with a dog. So,
absolutely, brother. No, I was super excited, brother. I was super excited to see this, right? You know, to see this, right? I actually had a run in. I had a run in earlier last year and a little bit this year. I had a run in with the guy. He's an Army guy. He goes by the Stone Vet. And he got pissed because he's like, that's mine. I said, You're the Stone Vet. I'm the Stone Vet USMC. You know, so you can if you want to be the Stone Vet, be the Stone Vet. We could work together and make some things, amazing things happen. But he's trying to come after me and try to say some shit, right? What's going on, Seth? How you doing? Like Airborne.
Well, I got an antidote for people like that. It's called the trademark, and that's what mine is. It's trademark.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely,
anybody else tries to, you know what I mean? Nobody else, you know, you can't fuck with me. I did it the right way. I hired a lawyer. I paid the money, but I'm glad I did it because now I have my own shirt brands. I have my own. Look, you need to get one of these, Juan. You got. I've
got to get one of those. I'm gonna get some of those. Look.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of cannabis. There you go. I like.
There you go.
I got some water bottles too, some sports bottles in my collection
Absolutely.
too. I also got a shower curtain if you want one. So while you're washing your shower, you can see my face. You know, give me some motivation, right. Devil dog. Give me some motivation.
Absolutely, man. Like we're getting a lot of people in here. See, I want a shirt. She got a shirt. Like, I got shirts too. See, I got shirts.
Well,
too.
That's actually you know who that is. That's my sister Gail.
That's your sister Gail. Oh, she's like, give me a free shirt, fool.
all the way from South Philadelphia. My sister Gail. I love you. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Absolutely, brother. No, I'm super excited here, dude. Like I'm super excited. Like I know when we do our episode, we're gonna get real in depth in your journey and stuff like that. But I mean, allowing these people. So this is my community. The Vet Radio Syndicate is my community. I'm able to do this on a weekly basis. You know, I'm able to do this on a weekly basis to be able to help enlighten people. You know, usually on my Thursday episodes, I usually do some research on some legalized states. Some states that are legal in this country, and one of the things I do is I just talk about the cannabis laws, right? Like Louisiana's cannabis laws suck. They have 9 dispensaries and 2 growers in the entire state, and the 2 growers are both growing the exact same 2 strains of weed. Mm-hmm. I'm like, why? Like, why are you smoking the 2? Why is it only 2 strains of weed that you can smoke, right? You know,
yeah.
And it's like, what the hell's going on, you know? And I did Iowa a couple of weeks ago, and Iowa don't even have. They say they have medical cannabis. Them motherfuckers don't have medical cannabis at all.
I believe.
Like
they
have no growers. They have no growers in the state. They have like 6 dispensaries in the entire state, and all they're allowed to take are pills, tinctures, and vape pens.
But
that are coming in from out of state.
But you can go to the doctor and get all the Oxycontin and Percocets you want. Right. But we're trying to protect the children. Right. We don't want them to see commercials with all these other medicines that these kids. We're the only country on this planet that allows the pharmaceutical companies to actually have commercials. Other countries don't allow pharmaceutical big pharma to put commercials out. So all this we're trying to save the children is all a bunch of bullshit. We did our time. We served our time. We fulfilled our obligations. And now we want cannabis. So why should I have to be an outlaw? Why should I have to break the law to get something that helps me? You understand? That helps me. This is just like an aspirin or any other medication they load you up when you go to the VA for PTSD. This is better.
No, absolutely, bro. And that's one of the biggest things, right? That's one of the biggest things we try to. That's what I do on my show is try to help educate people. I got Maddie on here, like Maddie said, Iowa cannabis laws suck. You know, he said it's overseen by a biased cop, which I mean is understandable, which is ridiculous, right?
Yeah, they got.
But that's how it is, right? It's all about politics, dude.
Well, it's money too, because they know they don't see a lot of these big pharma. They don't want They don't want us to have the ability and the freedom to grow our own medicine cabinet. You understand what I mean? They want us to go to war. They want us to buy their shit and load our medicine cabinet up with their stuff. They don't want to allow us to have the freedom to grow plants. So I get up in the morning, I have a headache, I pick a couple buds, I roll one up, I smoke it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want that. They don't want that. Yeah, no, they don't want
absolutely, brother. No, absolutely. And that's one of the biggest things, right? You know, that's one of the biggest things I preach about on my show on a weekly basis is medical freedom, right? Mm-hmm. That's one of the things we should be doing is having is medical freedom, right? Like I tell you guys on a weekly basis, we went to war. Our generation, we spent 20 years in freaking the Middle East. Yep. 20 years we spent in the Middle East. The war is not over. The war is not over. We are back.
Well, they're trying to start another one. Don't worry. They're going to start another one real fast. They're
real
trying.
fast, right? You know, and
Yeah,
that's
they
one of the
love to
biggest
create
things.
veterans. They love to create veterans, but they don't want to take care of us when we're done. They want to make more vets by starting more wars unnecessarily, like Iraq and all these wars that were complete based on lies. Vietnam, the Gulf of Tonkin, that's all BS. And they love to create veterans, but they don't want to take care of us when we come home. They don't want to give us what we need. And if we have to step outside or to even tell the VA that you smoke pot can eliminate you from certain programs.
Right.
They've made a liar out of me. I come in there with my cannabis shirt, Stone Sailor, and like, do you do any drugs outside of the VA? No, sir.
No,
I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Well, they're talking about marijuana. They want you to, you know what I'm saying? They're trying to find out at the VA so they can disqualify you from different programs and stuff like that. I'm too smart. Yeah, I look them right in the eye and go, nope. I'm there with a fucking cannabis shirt on. And I'm like, no, sir. Right in his face.
Right. No, that's one of the biggest things, guys. That's one of the biggest things. So over the past 10 years, over the past decade, right? That was one of the biggest flaws that people were scared of, is that if I tell them I smoke weed, they're going to take my pension away, right? They're going to take my disability away. We fought that. The VA won't fight you no more. The only reason they want to know if you're using cannabis now is that so they can take you off the opioids, so they can take you off the muscle relaxers.
Well,
that's
I don't
the
tell
reason
them
they
nothing.
ask. You know,
to me,
so
when it comes to cannabis and me at the VA, it's don't ask, don't tell. That's me.
Right.
If they whatever they ask, I don't tell. I just tell them no. Next question.
Right. Hey, Seth, to get your VA, go find a VSO in your area. You want to get your disability started? Find a VSO in your area, and they'll get you set up in the right way, right? You know, and so like here, man, we got a lot of people. Hey, guys, if you guys are watching this on Facebook, please share this content. Get this content out of there. You're not going to catch this every day. You're not going to catch a Stone Vet and a Stone Sailor on the same podcast like this, dude. You got to go out there, share it to your groups. Share, you guys, there's thousands of veteran groups out there. Share this content. If you're on Facebook, if you're watching on Facebook, share it.
Basically, tonight, your subscribers, they got the Beatles and Elvis together.
Absolutely. The Beatles and Elvis. Right. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. And this is one of the things, guys. This is one of the things
which one's John Lennon and which one's Elvis?
Right. And so here, you know, but this is great, guys. And if you guys are on my YouTube channel, please hit that like, subscribe, and share. I got a new episode dropping tomorrow. I got the moderators from Vet Codes on there. Vet Codes is an amazing nonprofit organization. It's an Army veteran that created this. He's a seed bank. He sends you seeds to grow your own medicine. Medicine, not only just cannabis, but also vegetables and fruit, so you can grow your own food. It's medicine. When you grow food, it's medicine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, see here, this guy said, I believe shooting in New York City fake and staged to take away rights, etc. Be wrong. I could be wrong, but
here's my 2 cents on all that stuff. The guy went in there. I know we're talking about cannabis, but you know, this guy went in there with a gun, with a, what do you have, a M4 or something? AR-15?
Yeah.
He shot 30 rounds and didn't kill one person. Thank God he was a bad shot. Thank God he wasn't trained. Thank God he wasn't military trained. And there goes their theory. This guy wasn't a veteran with PTSD. He was actually a black guy that hated white people. It was actually a hate crime.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand. I said, if you would have got somebody trained, 30 rounds would have been 30 lives, if not more, because we would have been shooting center mass, center mass the whole time, right? You know, that's one of the. And isn't New York one of the most strictest laws to get a gun?
They are the most strictest, but the most strictest place, the places that have the strictest gun control have the highest crime. That's a fact. If you had constitutional carry in New York, like a lot of states, and we're about to get it here in Florida, then I guarantee you somebody would have popped that guy.
Right. Absolutely. Somebody would have pulled theirs out and said, screw it.
Like that. Yeah. And these liberals need to figure it out. Gun control does not work. The answer is more guns. The answer is more guns. Allowing your citizens to exercise their constitutional right. Oh, and by the way, if you got a medical cannabis card, they try to fuck with your Second Amendment too. And they
try to.
Well, they have these little things like, oh, you might not be able to do this. You might be. There's nothing written codified in law. But if Congress does its fucking job and reduces cannabis, takes it off Schedule 1, and does their job finally, then that won't even be an issue because, you know, they still consider this like heroin and morphine.
Right, and it is absolutely ridiculous, guys. This is
Yeah.
one of the biggest things. This is what we're doing, is trying to help break that stigma, right? They're
Yeah.
classifying cannabis, a plant that grows outside,
Naturally.
as bad as freaking fentanyl, heroin, meth, crack cocaine. It's a plant. It
And
grows.
if you believe
outside.
that, if you believe it's that dangerous, you're a fool. You're a
Yes,
fool.
absolutely. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing we try to do. That's one of the biggest things that I'm trying to do, is help educate you guys, man. Help educate and let you guys feel confident and knowing and understanding why is cannabis so important and why does it help so much? Why does it help tremendously, right? You know what I'm saying? I got Chris Benoit right here. This is my brother, man. He's an army grunt in Canada.
Okay.
He's getting free weed from the VA already.
Yeah, good for he's a Canadian veteran.
Canadian vet, yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
Canadian vet, and he's already, the VA is already providing him some amazing. They reimburse him. He goes and buys his medicine. They reimburse him. I'm like, shit, that's what we need here in
That's
America.
what I need. I spend exactly. I'm retired. I'm also retired disabled, and I spend my money on buying cannabis. You know, the VA said that, you know, I retired. They're supposed to take care of me. They don't pay for my cannabis. I got to come out of my pocket to pay for it, and it's very expensive. You know, and that's the whole thing. We really need, you know, we need, like how the medical pharmaceutical companies have a lobby. We need a lobby like that, because money talks and bullshit walks to these guys. So if we get a lobby together and go in there and we show up as veterans, like you said, look these clowns in the eye while they're voting on something, we can all stand there and look them in the eye and go ahead, vote no.
Right.
Go ahead and vote no, right in front of our faces.
No, right, and that's my biggest thing. Yeah, that's my biggest thing. That's what I want to do. That's one of my goals right now, because apparently they're supposed to be voting on this bill at the end of the month for federal legalization of cannabis.
The second time.
The second time. So my goal, what I want to do, I'm going to reach out to my senator here in Oklahoma and say, hey, what will it take for me to get a group of veterans to DC to stand on the floor when it comes time to vote for federal legalization of cannabis, right? Hey, Seth, you have a good night. Appreciate you hanging out, man. But that's one of the biggest things, right, is trying to figure out. I want to be able to look the senator in the face when he says no. I want to look at him and say, why? Why are you saying no to medical freedom for me as a veteran that served this country? That's my biggest thing, is trying to say why. What is it that, because you can't get paid? Is that why you don't want to legalize it? Or what is it that you don't want to legalize? Why don't you want to legalize cannabis? You know?
And right after you say that, I'm going to call him a piece of shit. I'm going to end it with
Yeah, no, you're right, Gimmick. You're absolutely right. That's what Rob was just saying. They'd rather give you oxy, right?
Oh, they gave whatever I wanted, baby.
Right.
I could have, you know? Yeah, if I was a crook, you know how much money I could have made selling that shit? I don't do that, but if I was, I mean, the pills that they were giving me, especially when I had my spinal injury, forget about it. These guys, I mean, they're so full of shit. And now I devoted my life since I suffered my spinal injury, and cannabis saved. Remember, I'm new to cannabis. Okay, I know a lot of people don't know my story, but you know, I was a military policeman for 20 years. I was a federal corrections officer. I put people in jail for drugs. Okay. And I bought into that whole Nancy Reagan, hugs are better than drugs, right? Say no, all this stuff. Well, my theory is buds are better than hugs, because these make me feel, smoking this makes me feel a whole hell of a lot better than a hug.
Right.
Right?
No
shit's
shit.
effective. Hugs are great. Don't get me wrong. But this shit here.
Absolutely, brother. And like I tell you guys, dude, like I can't smoke. You guys know that. I'm on probation until November, and then I'll be able to smoke again after my probation is up, right? But I've got cannabis everywhere. Look, I got cannabis here. I've got, this is a 1-to-1. This is a not 10 CBD, 10 THC. This is smells amazing, right? I got something. I just had James here from Vet Maps. He just sent me True Buds. It's a pre-roll from True Buds here.
True Buds.
Grown by a Marine veteran. It's indica dominant, right? This is an indica dominant strain, and it smells amazing as well, right? It's a pre-roll.
Yeah. Oh, and someone asked about I have a podcast. It's called The Stoned Sailor. It's on YouTube. Please subscribe.
Absolutely.
To put it in the link, and I have And
He's
my
on
clothing line
Instagram,
is
Chris.
on there.
Chris, go over to. He's mostly on Instagram. He doesn't fuck with Facebook too much. He's mostly an Instagram guy.
Yeah,
But
I'm
he's over there.
Instagram. I have one, but I really don't fool around with it. There's too much drama on that. And
Right.
you know, yeah, there's too much bullshit on there. I trust me, I completely disconnected myself from that silly stuff. But Instagram, and I'm on YouTube. I have my own page. I tell you my whole story, my life story.
You got to come over. You got to come over to Smoking Bacon. Smoking Bacon was created by an army veteran as well. He got tired of Facebook bullshit rules. Got tired of being put in Facebook jail, so he created his own social media platform over at Smoking Bacon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you over that link
did,
so you can check
I
it
think
out.
I did. What did I do? 20 days in the Facebook jail, I think it was, or something. I did. 2 days.
I'm still in Facebook jail right now.
Are you?
Because
Yeah.
I told somebody you need to find a good CBD cannabis blend, and they put me in Facebook jail for it. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. John here's another devil dog. He said he had 2 surgeries in one and a half.
Through
I was
private
done through private insurance, and the other was from the VA. Guess who restricted the amount I was given, and then guess who didn't? Very weird. Yeah. What's going on, Michelle? How you doing? What's going on, Shelly? Let's see here. Gimmick said it about control and conquer. Buds open your mind and makes you think for yourself, and you can grow it. They can't regulate, and that's what they make you drink is worse than bud, right? But they control that, right?
I mean, do you know how many guys I knew that ruined their military careers because of alcohol? Destroyed their military careers, destroyed their lives because of drinking. You know that?
Because of drinking,
it's
ridiculous.
Shit.
That's something that we're able to do, though, right? Because it's legal. You can go to the fucking Class 6 store and pick up as much fucking alcohol, dude. I work here on an Air Force base, dude. I go up here to the gas station to get like something to drink and stuff. No lie, every time I go in there, there's 3 or 4 carts in front of me, and they got like 8/5 in the basket. I'm like, holy fuck, what kind of freaking party are we going to? You know, what kind of party are we going?
Though, when you're young and you're freaking in the military, man, you just can't wait, man. It's on, bro. It's on. When you get, and that's the thing. The Navy had a drinking culture. It's a drinking culture, you know. The sailor fucking drunk with his neckerchief hanging at some bar in a foreign port, you know, like that, with a bunch of prostitutes around him. You know, that's the fucking, you know what I mean? I mean, that's the Navy I joined. That's the Navy I joined.
Absolutely, brother. No, absolutely, brother. I mean, I'm a Marine. Right? We were right there next to each other. That's what we did. That's what we fucking did. Is that we went and drank. What's going on, Mike? How you doing tonight, man? I'm super glad you're here, man.
That's a friend of mine right there. He's a good guy.
Super glad you're here, man. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, man. Make sure you share this content. This content will be as soon as I hit end broadcast, it'll still be on my channel. So go ahead and share it as well when you get an opportunity, man. But no, brother, that's one of the biggest things. I'm super excited that I was able to find you, man, because like I said, it's hard to find veterans advocating and educating, right? Because that's one of the biggest things, which everybody's stuck on the damn stigma of cannabis, right? Because the government said it was bad for you, right? And a lot of people believe it. You know what I'm saying? I had James on my show. I just shot an episode with James, the founder of Vet Maps, and he said his son's an Afghan vet, and he said his son looks down at him for smoking weed. And he's like, why, dude? Like why? Because the government said it was bad. That's why he looks down at him for smoking.
You know what? Those are the people I think need weed the most. I think those people need it the most. Like that senior citizen, the richest senior citizen home we have in America, the Congress. Those old bastards need weed. These old, these old fucking baby boomers that are complete. Now these are the same people that smoked weed at Woodstock now. All right. Now, hold on.
Same fucking people. The same fucking people.
Same clowns, different circus, same clowns. So here they come now. Now they're, oh my God, we have to do more studies. Oh, they've been studying for over 50 fucking years. Nobody dies from marijuana. Marijuana the whole plant is medicine, whether you're using hemp for industrial hemp, biodegradable, or you're smoking cannabis for mental or physical pain, or both. The whole plant is medicine. That's it. It's created by God. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing more pure. The first Bible was written on hemp, and our Constitution was written on hemp.
No, absolutely, brother. And this is one of the biggest things, right? During World War II, guess what? Everybody was growing fucking hemp. Everybody was growing hemp. The rope that was on the ships was hemp. That held the anchors was hemp. The clothes that the clothes that our service members wore was hemp. Dude,
Yes.
hemp ran in this country, ran wild in this country, right? I just had I had Ryan Early from Blue Green Ventures not too long ago, a couple of months ago. He actually started he started his business as a CBD company. And one of the things he did, he actually started a research project with the Northwestern Oklahoma State University here in Oklahoma. It was a 2-year research project, and his job was to go around Oklahoma and find farmers who were growing hemp during World War II. He
Yeah.
brought it back in and cultivated it the way it was intended to be cultivated, and he made this amazing CBD flower. That's phenomenal, dude. Tasty as can be. I talked to some people. I said, "Have you smoked CBD flower?" They said, "Yeah, but it tastes like hay or it's bros." Or I was like, "You are not smoking the right CBD flower, brother. Let me tell you, I've smoked some CBD flower that tastes better than some THC flower that I've had, dude. Like when you can find that perfect taste, dude. Oh my gosh, dude, it's a phenomenal feeling, man. You know."
I was on CBD, like you said. I only use it when it's a ratio, when it's in a vape like that, and I use that while I'm working out. I work out to the ratios, and that's 1 for 1. And I find the CBD is activated better. You get the full potential of it when there's THC in it. It's like the fuse.
Absolutely. That's what allows it. The CBD, well, the THC allows the CBD to attach to it, and it's able to take it to your CB1 and your CB2 receptors,
the cannabinoids,
right?
yes.
The cannabinoids, right? You know, Maddie said here, my alcoholism kept me in E4 Mafia. He's another sailor too, Rob. He's another sailor too.
What's going on, shipmate? I used to have to pick guys up in foreign ports and jails. I was a master at arms. I'm a chief master at arms. So I know a lot about coming out there and getting those sailors get locked up in Thailand for some bullshit, whatever, bullshit, getting an argument with a cab driver, some shit like that.
Absolutely. All right, Mike, I appreciate your subscription, brother. Let's see here. Mark says, good to see the Stone Vets. Good to see you too, Mark. What Gimmick say? Gimmick saying, I was raised by vets. They came home, hooked dope, and Americans spit all over them.
On heroin. Yeah. They were heroin.
On heroin,
not the kid. It was heroin, and there was a lot of heroin over there.
No, absolutely. John here says someone needs to do a study on why we need so many studies. It said every government official. Yeah, no, absolutely, bro. You're absolutely right. You know, yep. Michelle, you're absolutely right. Hemp fed livestock. And they're actually looking more into that. There's more coming out about feeding your livestock hemp now.
Absolutely.
There's a lot more coming out, right?
It comes out of them, and guess what it does? It grows more.
It feeds you. Yeah, it feeds your body. It feeds your endocannabinoid system that you have. You know what I'm saying? Mike says here, it's all propaganda back in 1920 saying CBD marijuana is bad and smoking it will make you a criminal. Yep. Absolutely, man.
Reefer Madness, Harry Anslinger.
Yeah, absolutely. Reefer Madness, right? And it sucks, dude, because that's what we're trying to do, right? So you got the Stone Vet and the Stone Sailor. We have our communities. I'm gonna say the Stone Sailor has a much more bigger community on YouTube. He's got over 1,000 subscribers.
A rising tide lifts all boats. We're all lifting each other up.
Absolutely, bro. And this is what it's about.
Everybody out here. There's enough room. Yeah, guys are fighting like it's limited real estate here. A stream goes, it's infinite. There's enough for everybody. I don't know why we get in these, like, we're humans, so we get in this like horde, like, I gotta keep this, you know. That's the fuck, right. Man. Go on everyone's show. Everyone come on my show. Let's lift everybody up. That's the whole point.
Absolutely. No, absolutely, bro. That's what it's supposed to be about, is growing our community, right? This is one of the biggest things. So people don't realize it. Like, you can get on Facebook and there's tons of veteran groups, right? There's tons of them. Instagram, Facebook, whatever you choose to use. There's tons of veteran communities, man. But then when you start talking about cannabis and actually finding people who are in the cannabis industry and who are working it and who are doing it, man, there's some phenomenal people out there, man. Like, not too long ago, I just had Rico and Robert on my show from Weed for Warrior Project. Those guys are doing amazing things. They're actually going up and down California, and they're setting up spots, and they give care packages. They will actually go in a dispensary and get you medicine out of pocket. You don't pay shit. You just show up. And I was like, wow, that's fucking phenomenal, dude. They're like, we got to make sure that our brothers are getting medicine, right?
Sure.
We got to make sure they're not getting the Oxycontin and all the fucking Seroquel and all the other bullshit, right?
Stuff that's really killing us. 22 a day, suicide. Right. 22 veterans a day died from suicide. What do you think that's from? You think it's from cannabis? It's not. It's from all the other drugs they pump into you. Make
Absolutely,
you a
brother. And that's
zombie.
that's one of the things, and that's one of the things, right? So people already know, right? Across the country, 22 veterans take their life. In
Every day.
Oklahoma, in Oklahoma, we're averaging 27 veterans in Oklahoma. So we're above the national average here in Oklahoma.
Oh man.
And this is what I'm telling you guys. Me and Rob, we're here with you right now, right? But right now in our country, one of our brothers or sisters are taking their life right now as we're
Right
doing this
now.
show. And
Yeah,
it
right
sucks.
now.
It fucking sucks right now because they don't know that we're here and we're doing this and giving them hope that, hey, we're here to help you, right? And then not only
Mhm.
that, nobody ever talks about the 35 veterans who die from opioid addiction every day on top of the 22.
And alcoholism. Alcoholism kills half
Right.
a million Americans a year. A lot of them
Yeah.
are veterans. They drink themselves to death. You know,
Absolutely. And you
'cause they
guys
figure,
know, you guys understand, you guys know it. You guys know we're fucking alcoholics. Us as veterans,
yeah.
we're
Oh
fucking
yeah,
alcoholics.
we
You
drink a
know
lot more
why?
than the average Joe.
You know why we're alcoholics? Because we have access to it.
Yeah.
That's why we're alcoholics, because we have access to it. You can
Yeah.
go down the fucking street. I got 2 fucking liquor stores down the street from me. I got 2 dispensaries and 2 liquor stores right
Mhm.
down the street, literally a mile down the road from me. I'm gonna go to the fucking dispensaries for me.
Me
I'm
too.
just
I don't
saying.
drink anymore. I
You
completely
know?
stopped drinking when I started cannabis
Right.
almost 2 years ago. I don't drink anymore. I don't, that was, I was drinking very heavily. I was going through a bad divorce. I mean, a lot of things were going on. This is before my spinal injury, but I'll get into that when you interview me.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
but you know what I've come you know what I've come to find though? Smoking cannabis or weed is it's kind of like people see me out and they won't admit it in front of people. And me, I'll be smoking. I don't give a fuck. People know, but they'll be like, hey, I smoke too. Shh. It's like the new gay. Like back in the days, people didn't want to come out that they were gay. Now cannabis is like that because I go to the dispensaries and you see soccer moms like sneaking in there, like someone's watching. They go in, you see the senior citizens here in Florida, they're going in and coming out and getting their stuff. And it's just kind of like people see me with the shirt or they look at my YouTube channel and they're like, oh no, this is about drugs. And I go, it's about cannabis. Cannabis is medicine. It's not a drug. It's a plant.
It's not a drug, right? Yeah.
And I go and I talk to them and they're like, yeah, I smoke every now and then too, but I don't want my kids to know, or I don't want someone to know. And it's like, it's kind of like, it's like the new gay. They don't want to admit it and come out and go, yeah, I smoke weed and I like it. It's great. It makes me a better person. I'm not as irritable. I'm better, I'm a better man. I'm calmer. I'm more relaxed. You know what I mean?
No,
they just don't want to admit it. Come out of the hemp closet and admit it.
No, you're right, brother. You're right. Because when I was able to smoke, dude, like my kids, like I said, my wife owns Rafa 180. And Rafa 180, like I tell you guys, she has gotten me on the cannabis and CBD and how it helps our endocannabinoid system. Because we all have an endocannabinoid system that we have to replenish, right? It's just like any gas tank. When your gas tank in your car, when that light comes on, you're like, fuck, I gotta go get more gas so I can keep going. The endocannabinoid system is the same way. How are you replenishing it? How are you putting CBD back into your body to help fight the pain that you deal with on a daily basis, man? And that's one of the things, guys. It's just understanding and knowing, right? My kids know I smoke weed. When I was smoking weed, if I yelled at them or I had a bad attitude, they're like, "Dad, have you smoked today?" Like, no, it's been a while. Like, hey, can you go smoke? Can you go smoke? So you can calm down and just chill out. Because I mean, we are some high strong motherfuckers, and we're angry at the fucking world. We're angry at the fucking world,
man.
dude.
We're extreme. We're extreme,
right?
We
and
are.
When you can find a medicine to calm your ass down and enjoy what's going on in front of you, dude. This is medicine. It's what it is. It's not a drug. It is not a drug by any means.
Cannabis saved my life when I was paralyzed. It saved my life. And let me tell you something. It makes me a better man, a better person. I'm more caring. I'm more compassionate. I'm more relaxed. I'm not as irritable because, there's times where I could be into something and someone said I can cut their head off. Like, what? Because I go back to instructor mode. You know what I mean? And cannabis kind of gives me that. It's like a bad internet connection. Like it gives me like a 3-second delay. I'm like, hey, what's going on? I'm busy. Can you give me a second? Please? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It gives me like that delay.
Hey, give me a minute.
Yeah.
Myself right.
That's why I love it. That's why I love it.
That's why I love cannabis. No, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Maddie's here said I woke up in cuffs on the USS Independence in Homeport in Japan and on the ship in front of the master at Arm Shack. I
That's
just
my
want to
office.
smoke now.
Yeah, that's the
That
office.
was your office.
Yes, yes. And you were on the Independence, so you were in Yokosuka, Japan. The Independence was replaced by the Kitty Hawk. And that's when I was there. When I was there when the Kitty Hawk was there. But yes, you probably got in trouble. I would guarantee across the street at the Hunch. There's this little hole, like it's like a skid row across from the base with all these like dive bars with all kinds of ladies of the evening and cheap liquor and all kinds of shit. And guys would get in trouble over there all the time. And I would always have to get them, bring them back to the thing. But I guarantee that's where we got in trouble. I guarantee.
That's where, right? That's where it's at, huh, Maddie? Let's see here. Gimmick said, Gimmick said, rip all the vets. It's sad political forces don't care. Purdue pays them and puts them in office. America is doomed if we let it go on. No, we're actually right, Gimmick. That's why we have to make sure that we're talking to our representation in our state. You have to start locally. You have to start locally, and you have to reach out to your state representative and your local senator in your county, wherever you live, and let them know the importance of it. Right? It's one of the things I talk about. When we have 37 states where cannabis is not federally legal, but legal in the state. Right? Yeah. Cannabis is legal in your state in 37 states. Right? 37 states, regardless if it's medicinal or recreational, it don't matter. It's legal, right? So what's up with the rest of you guys? Right? Why is it not legal in your state yet? If you're living in a state and it's not legal, why? Are you failing as the veteran in that state? Because I guarantee you there's thousands of more veterans in your state that want cannabis legalized in the state. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. They're doing it illegally right now. Why? Because it's medicine, and that's the only way they can get it, right?
Yeah. And they got to risk being a criminal, getting arrested, a criminal, and having a record. Cannabis. Having a criminal record for medicine that they should be getting for free from the government. And I vowed. Yeah, and I'm vowing to make my life is going to be to legalize cannabis fully, and anybody ever arrested or convicted of a cannabis crime should have their records expunged. And if you live, and we're talking about starting locally, go to your state rep, go to your county commission, go to your city council, tell them that you want cannabis decriminalized in your town because they're wasting your taxpayer dollars arresting people
your money
for a little joint and putting them in the county jail for 5 days. You got 3 meals a day, full medical, all this stuff to process them. The money it costs the taxpayers is ridiculous. Not to mention, you throw somebody in jail like that, something can happen to them. I worked in a prison, okay? Somebody that's smoking a joint is not a criminal. Doesn't belong in fucking prison.
You're not a criminal for smoking weed. You're not a criminal for smoking weed.
You're going to be booked and sit next to a guy that murdered 5 people. Like it's the same thing.
You know what I'm saying? And the sad part is you're going to be in prison by some pedophile fucking rapist, and you're going to be serving more time than them because of a fucking joint. Because of a fucking joint. You know what I'm saying? Mike, like what you said, come out of the hemp closet.
Come out of the hemp closet. I came out a long time ago.
John said, Stone Sailor, that is exactly why I love it. Have to slow down the engineering section. Right? Maddie, Paha Tequila and Hell Grinders at Popeyes. Right here, Mark says, it has kept me from things I would have done and out of prison for 43 years.
Yeah, kept him out of prison.
I kept him out, right? And say, who pays your representative? Who? And then Gimmick says, be careful, Rob. They smoked William Cooper because why? The truth. They don't want that.
The Pale Horse. He's talking about the Pale Horse. You ever read that book?
No, I haven't read it. No.
You never read that book? Yeah, he's talking about, I know what he's talking about. It was a guy that It was a guy that exposed a lot of government secrets. A guy that did that, and they didn't. Apparently, supposedly, he killed himself. I don't know how you shoot yourself in the. Most people do this; they don't shoot themselves in the chest. But I don't know. That's their official.
Oh, you talking about some Hillary Clinton shit right there? Is what you talking about? Some Clinton shit.
And Epstein killed himself too.
Right in the back of the head, right? They shot themselves in the back of the head.
And the magic bullet theory that struck Kennedy 27 times the bullet and just kept doing U-turns and going around. And then there's not a fucking dent in the bullet. Like, believe that, right?
Right. No, absolutely, brother. Absolutely. And this is what was absolutely. And this is what we're supposed to be doing. Gimmick here says a vet, Mr. Cooper, Navy intelligence. And absolutely, guys. Right. And so that's one of the biggest things, guys, is that you have to start in your local area. You have to start with your local representative. I met my senator. Like I said, in Oklahoma, we just passed the bill. If you caught my Wednesday episode, I talk about in Oklahoma, we just passed the medical research bill on psilocybin, Right now, they got 3 universities signed up to be able to start providing psilocybin to veterans.
Beautiful, beautiful.
The
Because
main thing
have you tried mushrooms psilocybin yet? Me too. I think
a
they're
weekly
wonderful.
basis.
You can microdose them all day, and
Yep.
I like mushrooms, and I'm 100% behind them. I think they're great. Hey, look, all these guys are coming back and they're doing the ayahuasca and the toad. I see a lot of the Navy SEAL guys like Marcus Luttrell, like all these guys that were, big. Capone, Marcus Capone, his name is. He went to Mexico. They gave him the toad, and it like completely changed his life. These are psychedelics and cannabis and stuff, and these things need to be made available now. With the science is there, we've proven it. This needs to be made available, not just the vets. Everybody should have the right to go.
Everybody needs to. It's medical freedom. This is what I preach about. It's medical freedom, guys. Medical freedom. The war's not over. Just because you're back from the desert, the war's not over. No, you are here now, and you still need to know it. The mission is legalization, federal legalization, right? Legalization. I was talking to my brother. Travis Johnson, the founder of the nonprofit Architect. He's a retired Navy lieutenant, and that's one of the things he said. He said, if the Senate turns down the bill, right? If the Senate say they turn it down, say they vote no for federal legalization, right? He said, can't the governors come together and vote yes for federal? I was like, huh. I'm gonna have to do more research.
You mean the governors? All the governors?
If you get majority of the governors,
need a constitutional amendment,
right?
And you would need every state House of Representatives would have to pass, like how the women got the right to vote and things like that. You would need, I think it's like, what is it, 39 or 37 states out of 50 or something.
And that's what we're at. So 37 states have already legalized it in their state, right?
But they would have to be. It would have to be full legalization. The states that are just medical don't count. It would have to be. You would have to get you'd have to get 37 states to completely legalize recreational cannabis, and then you can have a constitutional amendment. That's how it works. It works like that.
Okay. See, as like I said, I got to do more research on it to see exactly what it takes, right? Because, like I said, even if Congress does vote yes for federal legalization, it's still dependent on the state. Just because the government said you can do it now, it's still dependent on the state. And if you live in a state and it's illegal, you're failing yourselves. Exactly. You're failing your community in your state. Yeah. And this is one of the things I keep telling you guys about. What does it take? Like in Oklahoma, there's an ordeal. You have to go through some things to get something put on the ballot so that the state can vote for it. Right now, they're in November, they're going to try to vote for recreational use, adult use in Oklahoma.
We got it in Florida in 2024. It's on the ballot. They kicked it off the 2022 ballot. The Supreme Court, they said it wasn't written correctly. So they
right.
We had enough signatures. By the way, if you're from Florida, go on regulateflorida.com, download a petition, sign it, and mail it in, please. That would be tremendous, because we're trying to get recreational 21 and older in Florida 2024. Enough of this friggin' cannabis prohibition. No more of our tax dollars going to arrest people for cannabis. Our brothers and sisters and uncles and aunts and all that stuff to get arrested or have to risk going to jail because they want to smoke cannabis. No more of this stuff. This is ridiculous. There's people out there that are really breaking the law, like these Congress people. Those are the people that they should be grabbing and putting in jail, that are cheating the stock market. Those are real crimes. You know what I mean?
Those are the criminals. Everybody in Congress is a criminal. All those sorry SOBs are criminals. Every one of those politicians are criminals. Because let me tell you this. A U.S. Senate politician makes $150,000 a year. Please tell me why these guys are walking away with $8 to $20 billion a year.
I don't know. I don't know how when something big happens, it just so happens that all these politicians have their money in the companies. Like it's like they know. Oh my God. They go to these secret meetings and they go, guess what? Something's about to happen. We better invest our money in Madeira stock and all this other stuff, because they know they're cheating the stock market. If you and I did that, we would go to jail.
We would go to jail. You're absolutely right, man. Heather said the federal act just went through Congress that it will be decriminalized and taken off the
Criminal.
illicit drug list. Now the Senate needs to vote on it. So at least if you're arrested, you're not in prison longer than murderers and rapists. No, Heather, yeah, I just watched it 2 weeks ago. It came on Friday. I spent my Friday morning watching it, and they voted. It went through. I mean, it was slim, but I mean, it won 220 to 204.
I can't believe people are still voting against this. It's just amazing.
No,
they don't deserve.
absolutely.
They don't deserve the people that are voting against this, folks. Find out who they are and don't vote for them.
Absolutely, guys. And this is why I tell you guys, in your state, you have to understand who is your representation in your state. Like these people, these politicians, right? House of Representatives, it's election year, right? It's election year for House of Representatives. Who's in your county? Who's your state representation? If they vote against cannabis, it's your job as the veteran to go and ask why.
Yeah,
why?
Because a lot of the can. Go ahead.
No, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you voting against it? Like, what is it? Are you uneducated? Is that why you're voting against it? Are you uneducated as to why cannabis works or how it helps? There's thousands of research projects that have been done. Granted, not in the U.S., but around the world. Israel's a big one, a big component of research on cannabis. They have a ton of research studies done on it. But why? Because it wasn't done in America, it's not qualify? Are you kidding me? Now they just passed the House of Representatives, they just passed a bill to allow research on cannabis in America. My brother Brian Buckley over at Hellman Valley Grow Company out of San Diego, California, he's already got a multi-million-dollar research project going on cannabis right now. He asked his governor, he reached out to his Senate and asked, what do I need in order to get this legalized in this country? They said, we need to see numbers. So what'd he do? Multi-million-dollar research project on cannabis so that he can show numbers to Congress and let them know, look, this is what we're finding. This is how it helps people who suffer from PTS, who suffer from anxiety, who suffer from depression. And here are the strains of cannabis that we used. And these are the strains of cannabis that will help treat insomnia, appetite issues. You know what I'm saying? And he's giving it. He's providing it all right there. And I'm like, so you guys that are in a state and the cannabis laws ain't meeting what you need, rewrite the bill.
Exactly.
I don't know how to write the bill. I don't know how to write the amendments, but you can do it. I had Brian Talley, Mr. Tallyman. He wrote a bill, walked it to Washington, D.C., and sat with all the senators in D.C. to ensure that the VA was held responsible anytime there's a medical malpractice within the VA.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He fought. He's like, I didn't know how to write a bill. He's like, I didn't know how to write a bill. I Googled it, and he wrote a bill, and it passed. Trump signed it. Now the VA will be held responsible for any medical malpractice.
If they amputate the wrong foot again.
Right.
Or
Absolutely.
You know what's crazy though? It's like, do you think we need a study? Do you think we need a study to prove if you wrap a plastic bag around your head, you're going to die? You're going to suffocate and die? Like, do you need a study to do that? Like, do you need to have,
right.
Just go talk to people. And more than half of these clowns that are in office, they all smoked cannabis. They don't even want Mrs. What's her name? Kamala Harris. yeah. And then put people in jail for it. And then when Tulsi Gabbard called her out on the stage, ooh, you can't, how dare you ask a question like that to her? That's not fair. No, it is fair. She did. What Tulsi said was an absolute fact. This lady, well, first of all, lady's incompetent anyway, but this lady is a hypocrite, just like all the other ones that are living. They all tried cannabis. They've all had cannabis. So they know no one's dying of fucking cannabis. They know this. Okay?
Oh, they know. And the thing is, so you guys know, you guys have been following me for a couple of years now, right? You guys already know my issue, though, what happened with me, right? They put me in for a top secret clearance, and they denied me my top secret clearance because I self-identified and said, yes, I smoke weed. I was like, weed is legal in my state. I am a resident of Oklahoma, and it's legal in my state, and I carry a card because I'm a resident of the state. But because it's a federal job, they said, oh, it's federally illegal still, so you're not supposed to use it. I said, that's funny. That's funny that you're denying me a clearance, but the fucking vice president of the United States, who self-identified and said she smokes weed on the fucking Breakfast Club radio show, was still able to get her top secret fucking clearance. I
Well,
said,
we can go
how
back
the fuck
another president.
does that work? You
Let-
know,
let-
fucking
let's
Kennedy.
go- let's go
Kennedy
back to
fucking smoked
Barack
weed at the
Obama.
White House. Obama
Go back to
smoked
Mr.
fucking-
Obama.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like all these people who are sitting in DC who are representing me as the fucking people smoke weed, and you still grant them fucking security clearances.
Listen,
But
not only
God
do they
forbid
smoke
me.
weed, not only do they smoke weed, or Mr. Obama tried meth, he smoked meth, all kinds of stuff. Not only do they do that, but they do a lot of other more devious shit that you don't know.
Yeah.
Smoking weed, the fact that smoking weed, you're a Boy Scout, you're a choir boy compared to these
Right.
clowns and the things that go on in their lives with their secret boyfriends and all the other shit that they're doing up there. And then they're coming out and they bash. You know, these guys are so full of shit. But we need to hold them accountable because they represent us. They're supposed to be our betters, but they're not our betters. And we need to hold them accountable. And people need to pay more attention to who they're voting for and who's running than they do their fucking phone. And if we did that, we would have a true government of the people, by the people, for the people.
Absolutely, brother. And that's one of the things, guys. And you guys hear me. You guys hear me on a weekly basis. That's one of the biggest things I tell you guys about is that you have to stand up and become an activist, right? You have to stand up. Like I had a class a week ago or so, and it was called Effective Briefing. And my effective briefing was activist. You know, I brought up Martin Luther King. I brought up the Pakistani girl who got shot in the face because the Taliban said she can't have an education, and she's like, "You fucking kidding me?"
Mhm.
And then I brought up Chris Smalls, the fucking activist at Amazon, who is now the Amazon Union president. Guys, these people saw a problem, and they said this has to be fixed. Like this should not be happening, right? This is our era. Us as veterans, this is our job, is to ensure that our brothers and sisters aren't taking their fucking life because of fucking opioids, because they feel like they can't do it anymore. If you're in a state and cannabis isn't legal, why? Your job is you need to get out there and you need to figure out why is cannabis not legal in my state. Talk to your representative in your county. Talk to the senator in your fucking county and find out, sir, I need to know what it takes to put something on a ballot so that the people, the residents of my state can vote to make a decision if cannabis should be legal here or not. Right? That's one of the biggest things. I believe Indiana said they're not going to vote to legalize cannabis in the state until it becomes federally legal. That's retarded.
Well, I'll tell you what, some of these people are getting me so frustrated, Juan, that they're going to make me run for office. They're going to force me to run.
Brother.
They really are.
Absolutely.
They're going to force me to run. And I don't want a job, okay? I'm happy being retired, but they're going to force me to run. Now, I can't run anymore, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? But they're going to force me to run for office because I am getting so frustrated now with these, just what's going on with the COVID and the lockdowns and the mask. I've had it. I've had it with the government. Right. Okay. I've had it.
Absolutely, brother.
And absolutely. I say to myself, voting is one thing, Rob, but maybe you need to run for office. Maybe you need to become one of those people that we're talking about going after, talking to. Maybe I need to be that guy, right? What do they tell us in the military? In the absence of leadership, lead.
Right. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. No, absolutely. And that's what we're supposed to be doing as veterans, right? We're fucking leaders. I don't give a fuck what rank you are, especially in the Marine Corps. All my guys, from fucking privates all the way up, we're all fucking leaders. That's what they were trained to do, is be leaders, right? And that's one of the things that we have to remember, guys, is that we are still leaders, regardless of if we're not serving anymore, whatever. This is our country, and we took an oath to defend it against all fucking enemies, foreign and domestic, right? We signed that dotted line, it never expires. And this is what I tell you guys on a regular basis, guys, is that we have got to stand up and allow our voices to be heard. You are not the only one in your state that thinks cannabis should be legal by any means. You are not the only one in your state, you know? And this is one of the things that I tell you guys is that you have got to stand up and allow your voices to be heard. We are leaders through and through, regardless of when you served or how you served, whatever branch, it don't matter. We are all brothers in arms. We are supposed to be taking care of our own because nobody else is going to take care of us, right? Everybody sees it. The VA giving the veteran another opportunity to die for his country, right? Giving the veteran, that's ridiculous. Brian Talley almost died. The VA almost killed him.
Oh yeah, I knew that's
The
happened
VA,
to a few people.
That's happened to a lot of people, right? That happens
Yeah.
to a lot of people, you know?
Yeah.
And that's one of the things, guys, is that you have to get up there and you have to allow your voice to be heard. Like I said, David Bass is in Texas right now. He is at the Capitol on a weekly basis. The governor knows him by name. The governor of the state knows who David Bass is. He knows it. The senators at the Capitol know who David Bass is. He has continued fighting the fight to allow for fucking smokable flower in his state. All they can have right now are edibles. They have something. It's a start. It's a start. It's a start. It's bullshit.
It's foot in the door. Remember, just get that door open. Once you get that foot in,
get it open.
We all get behind each other and push through that motherfucker.
Right. And that's what it is that when they know who you are, now they're going to start having your back. When they go to lunch with you, now they're going to start having your back. They want to know, why is this important? Mr. Bass, David Bass was a major in the Army. He's a retired major out of the Army. He was an officer. Yeah. He's like, this is medicine. We're supposed to have medical freedom. Why can't I use a plant-based medicine? Why are you telling me that I can't have plant-based medicines, dude? I'm tired of taking Oxy. I'm tired of taking Percocets. I'm tired of taking all this bullshit just to try to live a normal life. You know?
Or maybe I'm trying to withdraw from it, and this is my exit drug. Because I always said cannabis is not a gateway drug. Because the first drug you usually try as a kid is alcohol, right? Then next probably a cigarette, then cannabis. So by definition, that's not a gateway drug. Cannabis helped me exit alcohol and pain medication. So it's an exit drug. That's what a lot of people. I call it
an exit drug. Absolutely, and that's what people don't understand. Cannabis is an exit drug. There's a lot of addicts out there. There's a lot of addicts out there that will tell you they won't smoke cannabis because they don't want to get addicted to cannabis. I'm like, do you understand the medicinal benefits of cannabis? If you're an addict, if you're addicted to alcohol and fucking painkillers and fucking opioids, smoke a blunt. I guarantee you that will change your mind, and I guarantee you won't reach for that bottle.
And it's a lot healthier. It's a lot more healthier for your body because of the cannabinoids need to get people, like you said earlier, your cannabinoids need to get fed. Okay.
Right.
So when you use cannabis, you're treating your body too. I mean, they're using it now to cure cancer cells. They're using it now there's plenty of YouTube videos where someone has, I forget what it is, muscular dystrophy or some kind of ailment. They give him a couple drops and he's friggin' boom. I forget the ailment. It was either MS, but you watch it work in real time.
Like Parkinson's.
Yeah. You watch this medicine work in real time.
Yeah. You can go to YouTube and see it. You can go to YouTube and see it. Somebody that suffers from Parkinson's shakes all the time.
Look up Charlotte's Web. Look up Charlotte's Web. That was how we got the first medical cannabis, because a guy, he had a little daughter. She was sick. Her name was Charlotte. And there's this one strand that worked for her. And he fought it all the way to the state house. And he got him.
Right.
And that was the first cannabis that came through, Charlotte's Web in Florida. That's what got us in the door. When we get our toe in the door, then all of a sudden people start seeing momentum and the guys get off the bench, that we're trying to get them off the bench now and join us, you know. But that's what needs to happen, just like you said. And that's what I'm willing, that's what I'm going to devote my life to. If that's advocating like this, or if that's maybe, I don't know, you want to be my vice president if I run?
Absolutely, bro. Let's run. Let's do it together.
Let's do this shit. I promise you this: you won't have to take a drug test if I'm elected vice president.
No shit.
You won't have to take a drug test if I'm elected.
Absolutely, brother. No, absolutely, brother. Because this is what it's about, guys. This is exactly what it's about: is coming together. Like I said, when I found Rob, the Stone Sailor, I was like, "Holy fuck, this is meant to be." You guys have been listening to me for years. You guys have been listening to the Stone Vet for years. This is the movement. I'm telling you guys every week. I tell you guys there is a movement in this country, right? There is a movement to legalize cannabis, and this is it. When you got vets like me and the Stone Sailor, there are movements happening, and we're asking you to get on the train and help us get this shit done because it is time for our medical freedom. It is time for us to be able to use the medicine that we need to live our life on a daily basis, man. Right
And
here it says
function
this
and be
is
normal and
right.
be
No, absolutely.
productive.
To be normal, dude. Like you guys don't
Yeah.
understand like how great. If you guys are still skeptic and like, I don't know if cannabis can work, I don't know how this helps, reach out to us. We can help educate you. We can show you educational pieces about look, this is what it does. This is what this terpene does. This is how this terpene helps. This is what this plant will do for you to treat your anxiety, your depression, and so forth, man. Like this is amazing medicine that you guys have to understand and have to figure out how to do it, you know. Like Heather said here, we should have a town hall on the station about it. Absolutely, Heather. You let me know. I got the Stone Sailor here. I think I'm gonna be doing this on a weekly basis, brother. I think we're gonna be
Yeah,
doing
I
this on a
think we
weekly
need to do
basis.
something like this. We need to rally the people. They need they're starving for someone to take the lead in this. And like I said, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to serve my country again. I really am in this type of capacity. If it's advocating, going to the state houses with you or to DC, and
Absolutely.
if they
This
arrest
is
me or
this is the
whatever,
thing.
I don't give a shit.
No, absolutely, bro. And this is what it's about, guys. This is what it's about. This is why I tell you guys start advocating in your state. Like I said, I talked to David Bass. Texas is massive. Is it hard to get to the capital? Depending on where you live, yeah, it can be hard to get to the capital. So I asked him, I said, what's the best way? He said, start locally. Start with your representative in your county.
Yeah,
Talk
I've
to
talked to
him.
mine multiple times.
You have to. They will listen to you. Why?
Yeah, they do.
Because
He
you're the
listens,
veteran.
but
He may be an idiot, but he'll listen because why? You're the veteran, and he wants to make sure
yeah,
that he has your support when it comes time to vote. Because I'm telling you what, my community here in Oklahoma is massive veteran community, and if I go
I
talk to
know.
representatives and they don't work with me, I'll let them know you're losing a vote, and you're going to lose a few thousand votes when it comes time for reelection,
Absolutely.
dude. Because that's what we're supposed to
Absolutely.
be doing as veterans, man. Hey,
Yeah.
brother, we've been
Mhm.
on here for an hour, brother. This has been a great freaking show. Like I said,
Time flew.
this this is gonna be a weekly thing, brother. I'm gonna reach out to
Definitely. Let's do it.
definitely a weekly thing because this is what we're
Let's
supposed to
do
be
it.
doing is coming together and getting
Let's do
together
it.
and doing this shit together, right? Like Heather said, it's an awesome show because it is. Because why? Because we're passionate about a fucking plant, right? It's a
Yeah.
plant. You guys see it in the background. You see that beautiful purple right there in the background, guys. This is what we're passionate about. And until federal legalization happens, you're going to be getting this content on a regular basis, man. Like I said, don't forget to check out my episode this Friday. New episode dropping. 2 moderators from Vet Codes. Vet Codes provide you medicine. They are a seed bank and they will provide you medicine. Go check out Vet Codes. All they're going to ask you whenever you apply to become part of the group, they want to see your veteran ID. They just want to make sure you're a veteran. They don't want to give it to anybody. They want to help the veteran community. They're doing amazing things. David over there at Vet Codes is doing amazing things for the veteran community, dude. It's outstanding, you know. Like I said, don't forget to go check out my sponsor, Rafa 180. Like I tell you guys every week, Rafa 180 provides the best medicinal grade CBD on the market, hands down. You need something to get you to sleep. If you can't smoke, go try CBD. It's 100%. The Rafa 180 CBD is 100% THC free. It will help you get that sleep that you need, man. Like I said, if you're on Facebook, share this content, share it, get it out there for the community. We have got to reduce that number of veterans we're losing every freaking day, dude. Get out there and share this content, man. If you're on my YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to go check out the Stone Sailor on YouTube as well. He's already got a huge following. Let's make his following even bigger, man. Rob, I appreciate you hanging out with me, doing this with me. This is a great show, dude. Like, this is awesome, and I guarantee you tomorrow when we shoot our show, it's gonna be even better. I already know it, brother. I
Yeah, I
appreciate
know.
it, bro. You want to say anything to let these guys go?
Yeah, I loved coming on. I really appreciate you having me, man. And life, liberty, and the pursuit of cannabis. Always. Stone Sailor's out,
Absolutely,
man. See
brother.
you tomorrow, bro.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me, man. Don't forget, content's coming out 3 times a week, man. You don't want to miss any of it, brother. I appreciate you guys. I love all you guys. Remember, you are very important in this world. Nobody can do what you can do. Stay here. Don't become another statistic in the fucking government spreadsheet saying so and so took his life. We're reducing that number, right? Let's keep more of us here doing the amazing things that we're doing. If you need help finding your purpose, reach out to me. I'll help you find your purpose and help get you lined up with the same people that are doing the exact same thing, so you never feel alone, man. Thanks, Rob, for hanging out with me, man. Remember, guys, here at the Stone
Thank you,
Vet,
sir.
we got you 6. All right.